Would you like to rest your chin in the cup and your forehead on the rest at the top? Okay, is that comfortable?
That's fine, thank you.
Perfect. So now can you close your eyes? And I'm going to press the button, after which it will flash 3 times.
Okay.
To go now. Perfect, that's now done. So you can stay in the same position, and I'm going to move the machine around to the side so that I can photograph the left. Okay, and I'm going to do that now. Okay, the left side is done. And once again, if you can remain in the same position. Okay, and I'm going to take the photo now. Fantastic. Okay, so you can now relax. It will take a while to initialize your photos ready for analysis. Okay, so next we're going to take a look at the UV spots. Okay, now, so this screen will reveal any areas of sun damage. So usually most people will have quite a bit, just because it is your lifetime's worth of sun exposure. So the sun damage will show up as freckles. So any of the blotches we're seeing now, which leads me to the next screen, which are brown spots. So this screen will reveal any areas of pigmentation. So this is good for picking up on more deeper pigmentation, such as hormonal melasma, as well as sunspots or any lesion on the skin. So you can see a bit more clearer as well, whether it's just general uneven tone on the skin. And this is really useful for treatment because it just allows us to see where there's more of an issue. It's fantastic when selecting what treatment is more suitable. Now the next screen, this will show us any areas of redness, which usually is a sign of sensitivity. So people that suffer particularly with rosacea, thread veins, this is very useful because it will show us if there are any areas that may not be apparent on the surface of the skin, but it will show us if it's likely to be an issue later on down the line. So you can already see from this image here that there is more of an accumulation of capillaries on the nose or certain areas like the side of the cheek here. It's an indication of inflammation. Now this final screen will show us porphyrins, which is also referred to as P bacteria, which are areas of bacterial excretions most commonly found in somebody with an oily or combination skin. So you can already see some fluorescent orange spots here. This is an indication of excess oil, very common on the T-zone area, as you can see here. However, on yourself, we're not picking up on any porphyrins, although you have quite clear skin. So usually somebody that does tend to suffer from breakouts would usually have porphyrins or bacteria on the skin. Okay, so there is also a feature for analysing specific areas, which is handy if you want to take a closer look at the texture of the skin. So I'm just going to select the side of the face. Okay, and I'm just going to mark out an area for analysis. So we can see in this area here, there are some lesions and a bit of inflammation. So I want to take a closer look there. Okay, so at the end of the analysis, we can have an overview. Now this will just show us all of the images, so the standard image, but also all of the screens that we've just had a look through. So this is really good for comparing and contrasting and helping us to select the most appropriate treatment for you and also skincare. So looking at this, the sun damage is a bit more pronounced to me. So I think you would be a very good candidate for the IPL treatment, which is designed to pick up on pigmentation and will also treat areas of dilated capillaries and broken capillaries. Okay, so now that we've selected our area for closer analysis, I'm going to click the Analyze button and we will see what we have. So the first screen here has picked up on spots. So this can be any type of lesion, whether it is a pustule or a papule. It's also picked up on a small freckle as well. Okay, now let's have a closer look at texture. Okay, so this is revealing any areas of pores or uneven skin surface. Okay, so this is very good if we're considering any resurfacing treatments. It just shows us where we need to concentrate that work, such as microdermabrasion or chemical peels. Okay, let's have a look to see if there are any wrinkles in this area. Okay, so the camera has picked up on some small, I'll say fine lines, not wrinkles, and these have shown up in green. Okay, and finally we shall take a look at the actual pores. So these are revealed in dark blue, and this again is more common in oily areas around the T-zone, but this just takes a closer look at any enlarged pores that may be in the area. So this is very good again for considering resurfacing treatments such as chemical peel, microdermabrasion, or for somebody that may have an issue with pitted scarring as well. So at the end of the texture analysis, you can once again perform an overview of the entire session. So this will again show your standard photos, but also along each spectrum. So you can have a look at the sun damage, pigmentation, redness, P bacteria, as well as the texture concerns. So this is really good for the end of your consultation to consolidate the findings and to really then come up with the best course of treatments and skincare products. Okay, there are some extra features on the Visia skin analysis machine, such as the true skin age, which tends to be a popular one among many. So I'm going to click onto that now. So in this feature, we'll calculate using your actual age, which we enter at the beginning of the analysis, taking into consideration your results. It would then form your true skin age according to what we have found, which in this case is 48.
That's okay.
And this feature is useful so that, say, 6 months or so down the line, once you complete a treatment course and finish your skincare regime, we can then perform a second analysis and we can compare the results from your first and second analysis, and we can see if there has been any change or improvement in the skin age and your overall skin condition. Okay, so after looking at the texture of the skin, we have just done a 5-minute microdermabrasion session on this particular area, and we have done a second photograph after that session, and we can already see a difference, an improvement to the skin. So if you look at this area here where we picked up on spots previously, you can see from the side-by-side comparison that there are less areas outlined, which is an indication of less spots being picked up. Also looking at the wrinkles, you can see in this first screen we picked up on more wrinkles in this area, whereas after a 5-minute microdermabrasion session you can see that there are less. Now looking at the overall texture of the skin, again you can see that it's picked up a lot more blue and yellow areas here, which is an indication of more rough and uneven texture. After a 5-minute microdermabrasion session, you can see that is less dense in this area. And then when it comes to pores, again you can see it's a lot more populated with enlarged pores, whereas after the microdermabrasion session, again there are less pores being picked up. So you can see already after a 5-minute treatment, an improvement can be observed on the surface of the skin. So just imagine when you complete a course of treatments, when you complete a course of skincare products, you can imagine the results that you would see. And it also shows how accurate the machine is as well at picking up the changes on the skin and concerns on the skin.